mentioned. Is there a prospect they won't deliver what the markets are expecting?
No, I think 25 basis points is pretty clear. We've had a number of ECB officials hinting quite strongly that that would be delivered. And I think, that is something that the market can count on. However, that's too little too late for the economy. It's really not enough on its own. And I think the critical question is whether the ECB unveils the SME lending programme this week or June. I think the odds are sort of slightly stacked towards June.
I mean, you guys are predicting from your note a pretty tumultuous few months ahead. Bund yields, treasury yields, record lows, massive shift out of equities and other risk assets.
Yeah, I mean, IDEAGlobal's TP&V, very much sees a risk-off phase starting May 18th, but really intensifying in June and July. And the reason for that is that the financial markets have been pumped up by global liquidity, but you've still got a situation of deteriorating economic numbers in a number of major economies. You've got Europe in recession. You've got rising political and social unrest in Europe, which I think will be evident in the May 1st rallies that we see across Europe. And then additionally, we've got inconsistent crisis management with politicians wanting to bail in creditors.
Why though, Mike, does it need to reach ahead in June? We've been bumbling along like this for long enough now.
I think what we'll get to in June is that we'll realise that global central banks are not going to sort of deliver that much more at this juncture. As I said, I think the ECB's game plan is a rate cut in SME lending. There's no major new programme that's there. And then if you look at the Bank of Japan's easing, it's quite clear from the Japanese LIFERS plans last week that we're not going to see a wall of money leaving Japan and pouring into global assets. So I think we're getting to the point where the wall of money, the global liquidity theme, is probably getting somewhat stretched relative to the fundamentals, and I think we're going to see a snapback back towards reality.
Just a quick word on the euro. What are your targets there? When is this Mario Draghi put going to be tested, do you think?
I think in terms of the euro, we're going to be pretty sort of sideways through until Thursday's meeting, and that could even stretch out for another week or so after that. But I think come early to mid-June, we'll start to see an accelerated move to the downside. And, ultimately, I think we're going to see 125 and then eventually multi-month 120.